What's up, everybody? Trevor's Tanks. Welcome back. I haven't been posting videos in a very long time, and I actually just watched the two videos that I posted probably a year ago, and a lot has changed since. No more Fluval Spec V. That's taken down. Finally upgraded myself to a 29 gallon, and I'm kind of trying something different. I normally do planted tanks with substrate, trying to bare bottom planted tank this time around. You can see I have bare bottom, and then my plants are in makeshift pots or bowls, just kind of like cheap kitchen equipment at Walmart that I found. These are like 88 cents a piece or something. So I'm using them for pots because they look a little bit better than just a normal clay pot. And I have Fluval stratum substrate in these pots, so I mean plants are still getting beneficial nutrients in their root systems, but I'm keeping it bare bottom. And I'll tell you why I'm keeping it bare bottom is all my tanks in the past, they'd be going for like a year or so, and then I would just have so much detritus build up in my substrate because I always was a fan of carpeting plants, and I was really afraid to always kind of siphon down into those carpeting plants, and that would always backfire on me. So this time around I figured going bare bottom would really help me keep things pretty clean, and hopefully I'll have some better results in the long term. So cherry shrimp are gone. That whole tank and everything with it went to hell after my 2 weekly updates that I posted about a year ago. So now we're rocking with a 29 gallon planted bare bottom, quote unquote, semi bottom. Like, I don't know, there's substrate, but it's also bare bottom. It's kind of just like I thought it'd be a good idea to grow out some plants. So no more shrimp, like I said. Now we got the three auto sinkless in here. We have 3 narrite snails. We have 13 rummy nose tetras, and with those guys we have 7 neon tetras, and then the 2 main, got these guys yesterday, added some apistogramma Cacatuodies. Here's the male, there's the female right behind him, and they like planted tanks, so I figured I'd add them. My buddy has them, and he has a tank full of them, and they're just so cool. I had to pick some up for myself. This male is just awesome. I'm hoping these guys eventually breed. I heard it's pretty easily. They breed pretty easily, but we'll see. We'll see if they do. I mean, they have a bunch of caves in here. These pots over here form like a bunch of cave systems all in between the pots, and they can come out the top. For plants, we have this giant Amazon sword that comes up and it actually emerges from the tank. So we got the aerial emergence for extra growth. We got some Java fern on this driftwood. We got a slate cave. I have a clamshell. We got an almond leaf. We got some Java moss over here with some driftwood behind there. Here's some dwarf sage in this pot. It actually sprouted a tiny runner right there, and there's one in the back. This plant here behind the dwarf sage, I actually have no idea what it's called. I just picked it up from my local fish store, and he told me it was really hardy and that I couldn't kill it, so I bought it, and it's been doing pretty good. And then here's some kind of, I don't know what the specific name is, but it's another kind of sword. It has more broad, rounder leaves than the Amazon sword. And then we have some really dingy dwarf hairgrass that I just bought a really bad piece of it, and I hope it comes back. We'll see if it comes back. It should come back. We're keeping the tank at about 76, 78 degrees at all times. And then we got some frog bit on top and duckweed, a bunch of duckweed. And here's another almond leaf getting prepared to sink. It will sink in probably a day or two. And you're probably wondering what these squares here are at the top of my aquarium. Well, for a hang-on back filter with duckweed, if you ever tried it, you probably noticed that duckweed gets spewed everywhere when it goes under the current on your hang-on back. Well, this makeshift straw contraption I have keeps all my duckweed out of the path of the hang-on back's current, so it keeps it all nice and contained. And then this separate one here is for if I have to reach my hands in the aquarium and work on something, I can usually dunk my hand through that hole without getting duckweed everywhere, and I can also feed my fish through this hole. And yes, there is duckweed covering this hole. I'll show you guys a really cool trick if you end up doing this. You take a cup and you just barely put the end in, and it's gonna suck all the duckweed into that cup. And you just obviously move it out. It might take a few times. I'm gonna get this corner, see all that duckweed. It's gonna fall into that cup. Got it all. We're gonna hit this side. Duckweed all in the cup, and then we move it out. So I try to keep this. It does get some duckweed in this one, but that's usually me pushing it in by accident. So yeah, we just clean it out. Oops, and I lifted it, of course. Yeah, and that can happen, and that's why that one doesn't stay as clean as that one, because stuff like that can happen. But it serves a pretty good purpose. So I think I'm gonna start actually posting more videos back on this channel. We'll see how things go. Here's one of my horn narrates right here. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and why I went MIA. But I'm back. We got a new great tank to see where it goes. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.